Kids, welcome to the second Chicago stop of Clerks 3, the convenience tour. Motherfuckers, put it together. You know, every night Liv comes up and does her speech and, you know, ends it with like, you know, Clerks 2, and then Yoga Hosers. Nobody's ever booed Yoga Hosers. Till tonight, one shrill boom! Good news, the movie we brought tonight is a shade better than Yoga Hosers. We had a blast last night, kids. We did this here, and I'll tell you what I told them. I dreamed about bringing this movie to this specific theater because Jay and Silent Bob Reboot Roadshow tour 3 years ago, before, you know, fucking society collapsed. We started the tour in Jersey, and the movie, you know, any Kevin Smith movie plays pretty fucking good in New Jersey, except Yoga Hosers. If it doesn't, we got trouble. So, like, that show that kicked off the tour in Asbury Park was like, oh, it'll never be fucking better than this. You know, this crowd, I made a movie that makes this crowd feel like they just watched fucking Bon Jovi suck off Bruce Springsteen. I had to take my fucking phone out. I was sitting up there and I started shooting the movie over everyone's heads and stuff. I was bootlegging my own movie. Because I couldn't fucking believe the reaction. And I'll never forget this. I sent a clip to Affleck. Because, you know, Affleck's scene happens and fucking the audience goes crazy, man. So I shot that reaction and I texted the video to Ben. And I was like, this is how they feel about you in Chicago, Batman. And his reaction was fucking priceless. Came back right away. 3 dots came up. As soon as I sent the video and shit, I guess he watched it. Fucking 3 dots came up after I wrote Batman. And he just wrote back very simply, very bad. I know. It was like one of the greatest fucking screams of my life, you know. Start screaming and hooting and hollering every time I see somebody know, like, shit like that. So why would I be in the back for that? I'm right here, and all that comes forward, it hits me like Tony Stark when the Jericho bomb goes off. So I'll be with you, man, experiencing the fuck out of that shit. But I didn't come alone. Kids, I never come alone. That's not true. I would say 78% of the time I do come alone. Into a paper towel that's been neatly folded on my chest. A whole generation of Harley's siblings. Got it. Throughout most of this tour, I've been by myself, you know, on the Jay and Silent Bob Reboot Roadshow tour. It was me and Jay for the first half and stuff. On this tour, I've been joined from time to time by folks who, if they're in the area, would pop in and stuff. Jeff went to like the LA screening. Marilyn's gone to screenings near where she's lived and stuff like that. But tonight, nobody in the cast lives out here in Illinois and shit like that. So the guy who fucking came, like, made a trip literally just to be here with y'all, because I've been telling when I was making the movie, I was like, fuck it, I'm doing this for Chicago.
Not even supposed to be here today!
I'm not even supposed to be here today. That's $10 extra to Kevin. Pay up. So, really great to be back here in the wonderful city of Chicago. First time I've been here to the Music Box. When Kevin just told you the story, when he told me about you gotta come to the Chicago show, you'll never believe the type of reception you're gonna get. And last night was no fucking joke, really amazing audience. You guys, I don't even hear that there's people missing personally. I see it. I know that you guys have the energy of 2,000 people. You're like the 300 Spartans here, facing the 10,000 legions.
To you guys, just a suggestion. We'll find out. What's your name, Cap? You're gonna lead us.
My name is Malachi McCallie. Thank you for having me tonight, Kevin.
I'm sorry, hold on. Malachi?
Malachi. Like
from the Bible?
Bible from the corn. I get both those.
Give it up for fucking Malachi. Oh, that's unless we got a Damien in mind, we won't have a more metal name than that. Me and Jay. In order to get there from Los Angeles, we had to take 2 fucking flights, right? Because you fly to Atlanta and then you fly to Savannah. So coming back, same fucking thing. But as we were leaving Savannah, tons of fucking rain, and it kept us on the tarmac. 10 minutes go by, 20 minutes go by, 30 minutes go by, and I'm starting to think, like, we're definitely not gonna meet our connecting flight, man. Because I'm a realist who travels all the time. Jason Mewes is the same. He's an expert traveler who travels all the time. But he has the fucking hope of a child. So as he sat there, he was like, there's no way they let the other plane go, right? They'll wait for us, won't they? And I was like, why on earth would they fucking wait for us? He goes, because we're Jay and Silent Bob. I was like, I'll bet you dollars to donuts that fucking flight takes off. We're gonna be stuck in fucking Atlanta overnight. He's like, no fucking way, man. You watch. Finally, an hour later, we get to take off, land in Atlanta, you get off the fucking plane. There's a person right at the top of the jetway to tell you like which way to go and fuck, especially in the case of a delayed flight. So we get off, and like we're the first ones off, because Mewes is a positioner, man. He likes to get off the plane fucking first. He'll elbow old women to get off the plane. So we get off the plane first, there's the lady, he's just like, we got a connecting flight to Los Angeles, where is it? She goes, in the air, it left half an hour ago. Kevin James? I'm like, yeah, Leah Remini says hi. I go back upstairs. So the other day, right before I went back out, because we were home for like 3 days, right before we came back out, same thing happened. I was upstairs, it was fucking like 9:30 or something like that, so the last shows for the night were running and stuff. Let me tell you something right now. You ever program a theater, Loud Crocodile, nobody goes at nighttime. You could go to that theater and masturbate in every seat. You would bother nobody. So it was like 9:30 at night, and I was like, fuck, man, I want Twizzlers so bad. And I was like, you know who has them? The movie theater. And so I went down the fucking stairs and came in through the back door, whipped open the concession store, and there was a fucking teenager there I'd never seen before. So I thought I knew them all and shit, but more keep coming. It's fuck. The whole staff is like, their problems are like, I can't believe I have to go to field hockey practice today. And I'm like, oh, I can't believe I have a mortgage. They're all just so fucking high school shit. So I thought I met them all, I didn't. I walked through, and there was a new one there, and she was like, Jesus! And I was like, oh man, fuck it, I'm sorry. I said, they should have warned you. And she goes, oh, trust me, they all warned me. And I was like, what do you mean? She goes, oh, all the kids talk about you, how you just fucking come out of the walls in this place. And I was like, seriously? She goes, yeah, they got a nickname for you, man, because you come out of the theater walls. They call you the Phantom. Yes. But they are children that want to look their absolute fucking best. So, as much as I could fucking set the table, there's a certain percentage that he's looking for. That no matter what I say for or ask for him to do, that he is going to govern. You know, just because it's been in his DNA since he was a kid, since he went to movies and saw motherfuckers stand in a movie and say a certain thing in a movie, light a cigarette in a movie, put on glasses in a movie. He's had a thing in his head that he has to hit in order for him to feel like I've done the thing that I've wanted to do since I was there. And that goes for everybody, cast and fucking crew. So the best way to get there is just let him watch the shit as soon as you shoot it, man. Like on Jay and Silent Bob. And at that point, you put aside pride and do the fucking right thing. There's no argument in the world that's fucking worth not having one more conversation with that person. The tragedy of Clerks 3 to me is that Dante and Randall are two characters who are defined by the art of conversation. Within the film itself, you know them because they talk to each other. You know them because of the things they said. You don't know them because of that one scene where they got an X-Wings and blew up the Death Star. You know them because they talked about the Death Star that one time and stuff. Their movie lives are defined by the art of conversation. Their lives within the movie are defined by the art of conversation. They had a black and white world that they simply colorized by talking to one another. They did everything they could and said everything they could to not think about being at their jobs. Everything.